Welcome to Bullshit TV. I'm your host. On today's docket, we're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle, I'm on your head, bro. I'm sorry. Not sorry, because you're not sorry for even taking the lives that you did 2-3 years ago. So we're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse out here, he's promoting his book because he's going broke. I told you that was going to happen to you. So y'all can go back and watch my other videos when this first happened. But I also stated that Kyle Rittenhouse, nothing's good gonna ever come to you just because of the simple fact, because of the situation of what you did down there in Kenosha, Wisconsin. You crossed state lines. I said what I said. I done had a lot of people on that particular video that tried to argue with me about the barrel of the shotgun, and he had every right. At the time of the crime, you wasn't even legally able to obtain your own weapon. So you had your friend that was of legal age to obtain the weapon for you, and you used COVID funds to obtain that weapon. And that weapon was already stationed down in Kenosha. It was in Mr. Black's. You remember your friend? I got to do some more research because I don't know if he's been released, but he was charged for handing over that gun. So you can go ahead and say what you want to say. Go do your research. You can argue with me, but you're not going to do it. And I'm not going to argue with you because I come in with y'all with the facts and not opinions. And like everybody else, we was watching all of this unfold during the George Floyd trials and the Ahmaud Arbery. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. So if you want to get any type of money, any type of sympathy, your best bet is to sue your mother. Take your mother to court. That's for a civil infraction. That's a civil litigation. You probably can't do it now because you're of age now. But at the moment, your mother put you in danger because she drove you there, drove you one state to another. So you should be having this conversation with your mother because you had no business in that situation. And if you wanted to protect property and land and be some type of paramedic, some type of EMT with your little fanny pack, enlist in an army. They freely give guns away and you can pull the trigger and no questions asked. Don't ask, don't tell. You feel what I'm saying? But you're getting what's coming to you, man. And you're going to continue to get what's coming to you because you was on the wrong side of history. There's a shift in this world that a lot of people is missing, and you're one of them. So I don't know if you thought you was a Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones, he was on the wrong side of history too when they were trying to integrate black students into white schools, and it's a photo of Jerry Jones out there protesting against those black students. And if y'all have a hard time, just look up the Washington Post, and it's a picture of Jerry Jones in his younger years. And he sat there and lied and said he didn't know what was going on. He was just there. No, he knew what was going on, just like you knew what was going on. And so if you feel like that you was wrong, go enlist in the army. And you can do all of that because it feels like you were on the right side, but you wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So what happened to the white supremacy, the Proud Boys? Remember that they gave you the $2 million to get for your litigation fees and all this. And even though you were acquitted because you had some of the evidence that was thrown out by your pappy, the judge, he gives me the guy from The Simpsons. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, Kyle, I don't feel bad for you because it's going to keep going and it's going to get worse. You're going to be like another George Zimmerman. He was acquitted. And the last thing I heard, I literally just heard it. I don't know how true it is, but he's constantly, I know for a fact, getting in trouble with the law enforcement. But from what I heard, that he was basically living out of his car. You won't even have a car because the United States is going to a shit bag so fucking fast. It's not even, they won't even have money for Social Security. So if you feel like you've been wrong, go to the Proud Boys and ask for some more money. because you sat here and lied and said that you was going to Texas A&M. That was a lie. They said they never got your application for admittance. You sat there and lied. You know what I'm saying? Fake news. You hear what I'm saying? But I told you, and I'm on your head, bro. I am on your head. I don't know none of these people, but you've been getting this flack since you got that verdict, and you're on the wrong side of history. So the only way you could rewrite your future is if you genuinely apologize, because I know for a fact you're getting sued by the family of the lives that you've taken, and you even getting sued by the guy that you took his bicep off because of what? Property. That's how America came about. Blood was shed over property. You hear what I'm saying? Remember Thanksgiving? Yes, over freaking property. That's how America started. Bloodshed over property, protecting property. Wasn't even your property. You know what I'm saying? You was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And if you want anybody to blame your mother, because she should be charged with child endangerment, taking her child to a place he had nowhere to be. So the video games was just not enough. Call of Duty wasn't just enough for you, huh? So you had to go out there and get your feet wet. Now you done got your feet wet. Now you have buyer's remorse, but you want to blame everybody else. No, sir. No, sir. Now you're 20 years old. Now you really going to reap what you sow, because you steady trying to say, oh, I'm writing a book. And this came out of your mouth. You're writing a book so you could tell your side of the story. That came out in court, bruh. So how many more times you want to sell this? And then even then, you could still be sued in litigation by the families that you caused this type of pain to. And I hope they take every penny. And talking about you going broke. You always was broke. You were 17 years old. What type of money did you have? Unless your daddy was Donald Trump. Unless your daddy is the leader of the Proud Boys. You remember this picture? How about you go around selling those pictures for $5 a piece to the Trump supporters? They may buy those. You know what I'm saying? And then even then, you still get sued for the monetary gain that you get. Go ahead, make a Netflix. I want to see it. And then you know what? I might just go waste some money and buy your book, because I want to hear the BS that you have to say. But do I feel bad for you? Not at all, because I knew it was gonna happen, because it's a shift in the world. All this shit about the policing, about discrimination, about sexism, about xenophobia, homophobic, all that shit is coming to an end. I had all your people down on my timeline talking shit. How about you go to my page, Mr. Kyle RITTENHOUSE, and find those people and ask them for money. I'm pretty sure they'll give it to you. Until next time, I'm your host.